Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Go Anteater Podcast. Today we have a guest who is coming back for his second time. So Steve Vaughn is coming back, couldn't get enough of the podcast, so we wanted to have some more opportunity to talk to him and hear another story from him because he definitely had some good ones to share last time. So let's just go back to that same first question. When it comes to the service side, what's another story that sticks out in your head? Because I know you got so many of them.
Yeah, a lot of them are when we have new people starting and they're just going into the field, and we want to take them out and show them what we know and how they should do it and what not to do and how to treat the customers, from taking your hat off at the front door and visiting with them, find them what's going on, and then getting to what they have going on. And this was a rodent issue for rodent exclusion. He was telling me how he had grown up on a farm, wasn't afraid of anything, and this was right down his alley. And I actually believed him because he was a big old boy. And so we went up to the door, knocked on the door, and the lady came to the door and she said, I have possums. And I said, possums? And she goes, oh no, raccoons. And I went, oh, okay. And she goes, a bunch of them. All we can see are eyes.
Oh, no.
When we go upstairs. And my husband won't go upstairs. He said, those eyes, I can't do it. You get somebody out here. So I took the gentleman with me, and I said, we started up the ladder. And when we got up there, I said, first thing you do is you look around, see if you see anything. We didn't see anything. And I said, what we're going to figure out is, do we need a one-way door, or do we need cages, or what do we need to do the job correctly?
Right.
And it was funny because he looked around and I looked around. We didn't see anything. And I said, okay, now, secondly, and this is very important, we're going to walk that way down that 2x12. And I said, we're going to walk down it. We're going to look to the left. We're going to look to the right to make sure that there's something that doesn't sneak up on us. And we see it. And that'll tell us where to set the one-way door or what we need to do. We took about 20 steps down in there, and it was dark. And even with the lights on. And we had our flashlights. And all of a sudden, I look over in the corner, and I saw 6 eyes. One of them stood above the other 2. And I said, okay, I want to tell you right now, if that raccoon charges us, I want you to turn, don't run, but turn and walk quickly to the entrance. Go down the ladder, and I'll be right behind you. So we stopped, and he was asked me, do they ever charge? He's asked me a lot of questions. And I said, well, she's got babies. She's going to want to protect them. And I'm going to tell you right now, if she charges, I would just, like I said, turn around and go down the ladder. Because if you don't, I'm going to be going right behind you or around you, and you're going to be the last one down the ladder, and you're probably going to get to meet the raccoon. And sure enough, she charges. And she comes right down that deal. I turn, and I start walking quickly, and he just froze.
Oh, gosh.
He was looking at me like, they're coming.
The country boy froze.
Yeah, the country boy froze. That was the funny part. Well, it got funnier. But, and so I turned, I went around him. It was every man for himself right then. I wasn't going to stay behind because he couldn't move.
Right.
I went down that ladder, and I didn't hear anything. So I go look back up. He's up there kicking the raccoon. Because even the babies were playing, and he's trying to get mama off, and you could see her teeth in the dark. Those babies were big. And then I guess one of the babies got behind him. He come down that ladder. He was breathing so hard, he was terrified. And I have to admit, I was laughing. And the lady up there, she came up on the second floor. It's a 2-story home. And she says, does that happen often? And I said, what, them charging or leaving a guy behind? And she goes, well, them charging. I said, yeah, but smart people get out of the attic. And I said, I'd already warned him. And he stood there, and when I went by him, he was still standing there.
Oh,
I said, but the good news is we know what to do. We know what kind of cages or one-way doors, whatever we got to do, and we're going to take care of it. And
Right.
she said, they've been up there for the last 2 years. We looked at the insulation. It was just horrible. I said, well, your electric bills have to be higher, and we do all this, we can clean it, we can do this, but it's got to be cleaned up because it's not healthy.
Right.
And she said, well, my husband just wouldn't do anything. And I said, most husbands won't. And I said, it's a lot of work, and you got to know how to treat them and what to do for them. And she was happy. We got them out within 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, got them in the cage. And the smaller ones, we took another cage up there and we put canned food in it. We caught the mama first, and then we put canned food in it, and the 2 little ones just ran right in. And then we took them out to the lake and let them go.
Yeah.
And happy story is we got it all fixed, and within a couple of days, everything was sealed up, and they're good to go.
Oh yeah. Well, and for everyone listening, maybe that'll give a little bit of insight that not everything pest control is elimination. Sometimes it's relocation, depending on what we're dealing with. So, it's a unique little spin. We haven't had that before either, actually. So, thank you. That's definitely an interesting story. It cracks me up that we have a country boy who's scared of raccoons, though, because
I'm a country boy.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I thought, okay, he's going to be okay. Only thing he didn't do was squeal when he ran down the ladder.
Oh, it's improvement over some.
I was hoping.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you again. Love having you on this podcast. Love to pick you up again for another episode down the line.
Please.
Absolutely. And thank you for all of our listeners. Again, please make sure that you go and listen to all of our other episodes that we have out. We have quite a few, so go reference some of them and see if you enjoy this. There's more content just like this, and make sure to leave a like, comment, or subscribe to any of these platforms for us, because that's the way that we can continue to grow, gain more audience, and continue making more stories for you guys like this. So thank you for tuning in today. We really appreciate it. And thank you, Steve, for your time today. I really appreciate coming and having another story with us. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Cheers, and have a good day.
Thank you.
ABC Home and Commercial Services.